fancy dip is going to be slightly different to yours. Very fresh, lots of veggies. And I'm going to show you some sneaky tricks. So can you please peel that eggplant and just chop it up? Because the thing about my dip is I'm doing a version of the Indian chokka, which is where you normally char grill the eggplant on a fire. You get it all roast, yes. But I'm going to show you my mum's version, which is really quick and uses, as you would call it, the French oven.
You mean the microwave?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
You know what? Microwaves are pretty handy.
Yes,
you know,
they are.
If you want something done quickly, the microwave's great. You probably don't want to bake a loaf of bread in it, although I believe you can do it. But they're great for heating things up and cooking things quickly.
You can do anything these days, Richo. But the beautiful thing about this dip is look at how I've chopped that tomato. It would probably give you some slight anxiety, but it's absolutely fine because everything gets mashed in the end.
Gotcha.
So tomato is in. I put some ginger. I like to go hard on ginger because my kids can tolerate it, and it also adds a beautiful amount of flavour, and some garlic. How are you going with the eggplant?
Well, I've got probably the bluntest peeler in the entire world in my hand there. So I'm just thinking, I could just see you scraping the blade over the concrete out the back just to fix me up.
Deliberately blunt it.
Now, you want it nice and chunky, don't you?
Yes, I do, because it actually doesn't matter, and this is my type of cooking. I'm making a fancy dip, but I don't really have the time or the energy or the bandwidth. After the clinic, after my children... Beautiful. Chuck it in. I love it. He's checking with the chef. It would pain you to say, is that okay, chef, to me, wouldn't it?
Is that okay, chef? May I have another chef?
Yeah,
that's what I'd say. Well, that's my title in a kitchen.
I know.
When I'm in a kitchen, lots of chefs with big, tall hats around. They come up and they call me chef.
Yeah, beautiful. Well,
nice.
Let's put this in. This is some lemon juice, so this adds a beautiful amount of tang to the dip. Let's put it all in, pips and all. There's no pips in here. I'm joking about the pips.
These are those special lemons that don't have any pips in them. I like them. Here we go.
Correct. Little bit of water, and my mum says this is just because you don't want everything to stick on the bottom, so this makes it easier to kind of mash it at the end.
Oh, okay.
Little sashy trick there, thanks, Mama. So the lid goes on this, and that goes in the microwave for 12 minutes so it gets all mushy. We're going to cut some lovely veggies, cucumber, carrot, capsicum, celery. Well, Richo's going to cut it. I'm going to do some roti and some toppings for this dip, and we can bring it together. You can take that lid off, and what you get is that garlicky aroma. It's so good, so simple, lovely colours in there. Go for it.
I was wondering what you were going to do with
this. That's my safety in the kitchen.
I'm
going to add a little bit of salt in here, so some nice, good quality salt flakes and some pepper whilst you're mashing.
Loving it.
You're doing a great job.
This is really easy.
Very easy, and I promise you, really yummy.
I will say, if you're doing it at home, be careful because the steam coming off this is really hot, so be really, really careful of it.
So weird. You sound like my husband.
Really?
He deals with a lot of birds. Yes. Gosh, you've morphed into one, Richo and Willie.
Well, how about I don't tell anyone and then your husband gets a lot
No,
more
we
work?
don't want that. No, be careful of the steam. Steam burns can be very, very problematic. I like to put a little bit of extra lemon. If you don't like too much lemon, avoid. That can go in here. Go for it.
I can spoon into the bowl?
You may, please. And I'm going to start prepping the things that we're going to dip.
This is like an Indian baba ganoush, isn't it?
It is, yes. We call it chokka. That's what we call it. But like I said to you before, we do the version which is kind of char-grilled and smoky and fiery.
Lovely.
Can you start topping? Yes, go for it.
So you want me to put this straight on there like that?
Yes, please.
Is there
Onion.
a particular way you want me to put it on?
So there is, and I love that he knows me well enough. Wonderful. And then if you just keep it quite segmented for me, that would be lovely.
Chili on that side?
For my neurosis, yes. You start putting on the veggies there. I've asked him to step away from the dip, and we put the coriander here. Look at this.
Okay.
So it's a bit of fanfare when you take it to the table. You said fancy dip, so I've delivered. I feel.
Fanfare. Bum, bum, bum,
Fanfare. Yeah, correct. Okay. Correct. Well done. Good. Let's chuck that together, and you can have a taste.
Lovely. So I can grab some of the, grab some of the cukes.
Yes.
And dip it in like that. It is quite hot.
Go for it.
But you'd normally let it cool down, wouldn't you?
You would. You wouldn't burn your guest's mouth. Can I be honest? I would normally stir this through, okay? So you would, but I'm leaving it like this so you can appreciate it in all its glory.
Well, I really like it. It's got the lovely eggplant flavour, but because you haven't smoked it over the grill, it's really soft and delicate. The tomato's gone through there, the garlic's through there. It's a really nice dish.
Kid-friendly, my kids will eat this, leave the chilli out, but if you're eating this at home, mix it through, go for it, get some roti, get in there just like he is.
What a great dip.